Okay guys, so we just got the wing finished for the Micro DC-3. Now I do want to take a second to thank my sponsor for this build, FlexiSpot. I've been working from home a lot, building airplanes for you guys, doing a lot of video editing, 3D printing, CAD drawing, all kinds of stuff. So having a really nice desk to be able to sit at and do all my CAD work, do all my video editing, and also it raises up so I can stand here and work on stuff too. The assembly process for this table is really easy. It came in two boxes. One's the tabletop and one's the base, and you just take all the parts out to the base and we just got to put it all together. There's a really easy instruction manual that shows you guys how to do this. Just basically put all the legs together, and then we'll take the top out. One side that has holes on it, they're pre-drilled holes, so we'll just go ahead and set the base unit on there, use the provided screws to attach the base to the bottom. Attach all the wiring, and then there's this nice cover that covers up all the wiring. The weight limit for this desk is 275 pounds, so you can put a whole bunch of printers on here if you want to, and it will hold the weight just fine. It has a nice bamboo finish to it. This desk here is the Canon Pro, and it's actually the 55-inch by 28-inch desktop here. You can get a 60-inch, a 72-inch, or even a 78-inch desk. If you guys want one of these desks yourself, click the link below. It'll save you $30 on your purchase, and we'll get back to editing this video and get this plane ready to fly. Hey guys, check this out. This is an ultra micro DC-3. I actually designed this myself. It's all 3D printed. I used lightweight PLA to print the entire thing out. I got a couple changes from the scale model to make this plane print out a little easier. First of all, I have the wingtip. This is at a 45-degree angle here, so that way this part of the wing can print all with the wingtip on there. This is 205 millimeters, so I'm going to add an extra STL file for you guys to add the Prusa so that you guys can print the wingtip by itself, so that you guys can fit this on a 200 millimeter build volume. The tail is different. I use a stabilator versus a elevator and a horizontal stabilizer, so that way it can save on lightweight for the tail and it'll have a little bit more authority. I also have an oversized rudder, and the ailerons are also oversized. I'm using 1103 6000 kV motors on here, and then I'm going to fly it on a 2-cell battery, and then the nose piece just pulls right off of here, and then we'll put the battery in place. So let's go ahead and throw it on the scale, see what we get for a weight. So the battery is 15.4 grams. The ready to fly weight for the airplane is 110 grams ready to fly. So one problem I did have with this plane was the receiver. I'm using a receiver from Horizon Hobby that has ability to have 2 brushless ESCs on the receiver. It is a 6-channel controller, but I had a problem with one of the ailerons. I couldn't get the servo reversed for the aileron. So in order to do that, I actually had to reverse the servo manually, which is really easy to do. It's a little tricky with these tiny of servos. But what you need to do is remove the back of the servo where the wires are at, and then there's a red and blue wire where the motors are at. You just unsolder those 2 wires. Then underneath the board there's 3 red wires. It's got to switch the 2 outside red wires and solder them back in place. And then when you go put the board back in, you need to swap the red and blue wire for the motor, and then you put the servo all back together, and then you can see that now the servos move in opposite directions. So that's how I did it for this receiver. If you guys have a better idea, let me know in the comments. Or if you have a receiver that's a little lighter weight, that's smaller, that can run 2 motors, let me know also. I tried to run both brushless motors on one ESC, but I couldn't get it to work. So that's the ESC and the receiver that I use for this plane. Yeah, so there's about the CG right about there. Pitched up quite a bit. I think the CG was just a little bit back, so I'm gonna try to adjust the CG forward just a little bit, and then we'll try it again. Okay, yeah, that's much better. So the CG is right about where that kind of front spar almost is at, so that's much better. We just had a ½ ounce of weight right in the nose tip. Let's try that. She crashed pretty good. Oh. Alright, so it broke the wing off here, but I think what happened was the tail, there's just too much movement in the tail here. See how there's like way too much kind of movement there? So I think what happened is it just got in the air, and then this was just too loose here, and that just caused it to kind of do some weird stuff. And the other problem is the receiver that I have in there has AX3X on. You can hear it, it's on right now. And I couldn't figure out how to turn that off with that receiver that I was using. So I think if you guys want to build this, I'll put the link to purchase the STL files down in the description below. But just try to get a receiver without AS3X so it doesn't do all that weird stuff. And then I just have to tighten up the tail a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue the nose back on, the wingtip out, I'll fly it a little more, and I'll hang it up in my work area and stuff in my room. So thank you guys so much for watching this build. If you guys want the STL files, I'll throw a link down in the description below, and we'll see you guys in the next build.